Well, remember this. Any fool with a can make a baby, but only a real man can raise his children.
Do you guys ever remember as a kid, you know, you hear your parents say these types of sayings? For example, growing up, I used to ask my parents all the time, like, where did I come from? And my dad jokingly used to say, well, we were driving along and we found you on the side of the road underneath a rock. But how I internalized that was, that's like a weird way of saying you showed up out of nowhere and now we have to deal with you. As if I was basically a burden. And I know my parents didn't feel that way about me, but a lot of things, you know, in my childhood happened. There was some insecurities in how I felt as a kid, you know, and a lot of that was self-induced, and the feelings of inadequacy and my own insecurities. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I felt that way, but I just did. And there was something that I decided when I was 18 years old, as I'm starting my journey in becoming this man and starting my life, that, you know, I never wanted to be a dad. Rewinding the tape back to when I was 18 years old, feeling the way that I was feeling, I'm taking that next step forward into adulthood as I just joined the military. And I had some time before I was about to head off to basic training, and I knew like there was a piece inside of me that was just like, yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing taken care of. So I legitimately made a doctor's appointment, went into the doctor's office, and I said, hey, is there any way I can get scheduled for a vasectomy? Because I just knew I did not want to have kids. And the doctor kind of chuckled and he laughed and he looked at me and he goes, dude, like, you haven't even paid taxes yet. Like, get out of here with that noise.
Travel safe.
See you later, brother. Life kind of threw me a plot twist at 23. I had my first daughter, Kieran. Yeah, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready then. Like, I was still working through trying to figure out my own life. And then her mom was actually in the military, so she and I just weren't in a healthy place, so we end up not working out. And then eventually she PCS'd and moved overseas. And my daughter's actually been in Germany since she's been 4 years old, so. Gotta get the luggage, get the car. Maybe meet up with Josh, I don't know. There's Mr. Josh.
I'm actually glad to see both of you guys. What's up, man?
We're here in Denver trying to get this shoot wrapped up, getting some B-roll right now, and here's a life hack. When you forget a belt, you use a shoestring that you find. That's a belt. I'm using a shoestring.
Yeah.
Shortly after I was 23, couple years later, I had 2 more kids, Jasmine and Kadrin, but with a different mom. So at this time, I was like 24. I got 2 baby mamas and 3 kids. And yeah, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I was still kind of young and immature, and I was reckless. And here I am, a father of 3 kids, and I'm not even on stable ground. You kind of think that you should have your life more put together, but I'm in the military. My oldest daughter, Kiernan's mom, was in the military. We weren't healthy in a relationship together, so she and I split, and then she ended up PCSing and going to Germany, and that's where my daughter's been ever since. She's been like 4 years old, and her being there was hard and challenging because it's such a long ways away, and I couldn't really foster a healthy relationship with her, and I just was too young to even, and too immature to even deal with that, and I didn't deal with it, and over time that relationship suffered. Even to the point now, it's been 6.5, 7 years since me and Kiernan, who's my oldest, have talked, which is hard, which is heavy. And a lot of it is my fault. It's my issue. And I'm hoping over time there comes a point where we're able to reconcile, but I don't know what that looks like. I mean, I'm in such a better place in my life right now, but... And then with Jasmine and Kadrin, my other 2 children, they experienced, me in, situations that, I'm living in a treatment facility in a sober home, and they're coming to visit me, and it was tough. For my 3 adult children, they've experienced a separation dad, a dad that wasn't really present or there, and I was dealing with my demons, and unfortunately, yeah, not what I have today with Judah and Rayma. Rayma and Judah are getting the dad that I should have been for my other kids, and that's hard to say, it's hard to say that. And it's hard to, admit that, but that's the honest truth, and yeah, so. Yeah, that's a wrap at How Construction. We did it. Whoop whoop.
Wrap, baby. It was fun. Nice people. Colorado's awesome.
Yep, weather's good.
Weather's nice now.
On our way to the airport, baby. The relationship that I had with Jasmine and Kadrin was a lot different than the relationship I had with Kiernan. For a while there, Jasmine and Kadrin, we lived together as a family. I was married to their mom, and but eventually things kind of went south, and then me and their mom split. It was a strange situation because it went through a lot of ups and downs. Very heavy as a father, walked through some very difficult things, not only as a dad, but also trying to co-parent, which, yeah, it was a bit of a challenge. The thing as dads is you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Being a present dad is a beautiful thing. It's one of my biggest regrets is I wasn't present enough, especially in my adult children. I definitely have a better relationship with Judah and Rayma now. I'm present in their life every single day, and I'm watching them grow into beautiful human beings, and it's not the same experience that I had with my other 3 children, which is hard sometimes. Shame kind of creeps in a little bit, and it bugs me, but for the most part, I do my best to deal with it and let myself know that it's okay. What's not okay is get wrapped up into the shame and then start getting depressed and living in that fear. And and knowing that, you know, my past does not define me, and I'm not connected to my past like that anymore. I've like water on a duck. I let it just kind of roll past. So, I mean, it had some rocky roads there. It had its ups and downs, but for the most part, I'm super grateful for my journey. And to all my kids, I love you. You are my heart. You are my world. I love you. And to my dad, thanks for not throwing me out. Thanks for taking me in, not leaving me underneath that rock. So, happy Father's Day to you. I love you. To my kids, I love you. And yeah, and with that being said, I will catch you on the next one.